This little muddy pony that we just don't stress about cleaning because in 5 seconds flat he's going to be like this again. So I wanted to have a little chat with you guys because everyone sees the cool side, the fun side of having horses, and I don't think people fixate on all of the positives and all of the good stuff, which, in all fairness, we want to sit in gratitude for everything that we have and everything that we're working towards. But some of the reality is that sometimes the things that you love will hurt you. So yesterday, Bo and I had an incident where we hadn't actually begun doing Liberty work yet. And there's a lot of kangaroos around at the moment. And flight animal and another flight animal that bounces and moves really radically and without any sort of warning, shall we say, freaks these guys out. Normally, kangaroos move away from horses. Yesterday, we had a very different experience. So there were a few kangaroos. Bo was like, I don't know about that. Weren't you, big guy? He's like, don't bring me into this. You. And a kangaroo came towards us in the round yard, and that was just a whole new concept because to him, he's like, big scary monster's trying to eat me. Why is it bouncing towards me? And at first, he came to me for comfort before moving away from me because we've been working a lot on personal space and building all of that. I mean, safety always starts from the ground. In doing so, Bo has come into my space and slid down off my foot. Keep in mind, this dude is about 600 kilos onto my foot. So that was an interesting day yesterday, icing, elevating. Today I'm hobbling along with compression bandage. And it's funny too because horse people wear a bit like, nah, she'll be right, mate. It's just a flesh wound. But it's funny too because I mentioned it to, a couple close friends of mine. They're like, oh my God, you'll need x-rays. I'm like, pretty sure if I needed x-rays, I couldn't walk on it. All of that jazz. So I wanted to share an injury because this is life. This is reality. There are even the stuff that you love, the things that you want in your life are going to come with sometimes the tricky stuff. Life is not always rainbows and roses, and sometimes the things that you have to go through are important. For me, I feel like it's life reminding me to stop and slow down because maybe I'm doing a little bit much again. Doesn't sound like me at all. So I'm going to take that advice from life and give myself permission to have a bit of a break, which is important too, because we talk about balance and we talk about self-care and all of those aspects. And sometimes when you're just factoring in rest time, sometimes when you're just factoring in stuff that you love, sometimes when you're just factoring in all of that, you're still doing, you're still on the go, you're still making shit happen. Rest is just that, rest. Time off is giving yourself a chance to switch off mentally as well, which I think is really important. And for me, it's been a timely reminder of doing so. And I wanted to share that because so often I get told, oh, you make the work look easy. No, it's not any easier for me than it is for you guys. I live the same life lessons and I just choose to do something with it rather than repeat. I don't really want to have him stand on me again. That sucked. Fully scared horse that wants his mum to comfort him because of the scary kangaroos before he loses his nut is not ideal, right? So I'm nursing an injury and let's hope it recovers really quickly. That means someone gets a little bit of time off because, well, I really can't do anything. And once again, this is life. It's not always roses and rainbows. And I want to share that because I want to remind you guys, if we're always working on the upwards, then sometimes we forget the juice that's in going through the trickiness. Let me know how that lands for you. And what are you working through that maybe you're not sharing with anyone else because maybe you don't want to be judged, or you're just so used to sharing the highlights reel? Let me know. I want to hear. Chat to you guys soon.